example. You can see here, this is just statements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are the minimum number of test cases? As a tester, I've tried to generate or create a test cases that will cover all the statements. So what is here the statement? If I come here, there are two inputs. So what is my test case? I will have a like control Z. Let me create table test case, and then input here. I have two inputs. I have a M and N, and here statement coverage. This one M, N. This is input. Okay. This is this case ID. So here, what is statement coverage? Like in my first test case, based on the structure, what are if I here say two integer? I can, let's say, if I use a boundary value or equivalent partitioning, I come with values. Then now I will use these values. So I will select my test case one. By the way, for your midterm test, most of you, I don't like the answer because you don't follow the real what should be done. I will share with you the answers. Okay, so here, what is the value for M and N for this function dgt? M is greater than 0 and N is greater than 0. So, and also should return greater than 0. So if I select, let's say I select a value for M and N, if I send just randomly 2, 4, and this one will be initialized by 0. So if N is greater than M, so here, what are the statements that will be covered? This one, as we said here, statement 1. So statement 1 will be covered, and statement 2 and 3, which is statement 2. If you remember here, we label this one statement 1, statement 2, 3, 2, statement 4, 5, 6, statement 7, statement 8. So in the first case, I have the value when I design, can see here, I design my test case based on the structure. So I try to cover this part. So N is greater than M, so it will cover S1 and S2. It will go to S4 and S6, right? So it will cover S3 as well as, then after that, it go here, 7, it will cover S7, sorry, S4, cover S4, and also will go to S8. I mean to node number 8, which is S5. Okay, now I have to check here. Is this condition will be satisfied? While this one not equal 0, it will go here. But this one, the remaining of division of M divided by N, so it will be here M take R, N, then M. So they will be swapped, right? What is the result? 0, right? So where it will go? It will not go here. So it will jump to S7. And then where it go? And then S8 at the end. In this case, how many statements covered? By now I execute this test case. I got this test case. I execute it. I run. Then it will cover all these except S6. So my statement coverage equal The total number of statement is 8, and the executed statement is 7. So the percentage of this statement coverage by what test case? 7 over 8, I think 90%, right? So is there any another test case needed to be cover all the statements? Of course, because this statement not cover yet. So I try to come with another input, which is maybe no need to go here because I already covered this one. I want to cover this part. Okay, so let's if I select this case, maybe here 3, 5. So what are the statements will be covered? Statement 1 and statement 2. And then it will not go here, it will jump to statement 4. Statement 4 will be calculated for remaining division. So here it's not equal 0, so it will cover statement 5 and statement 6, and then again statement 5. It will just repeat again until maybe go up. Okay, then it will repeat the calculation here. So n equal m, and then n equal r, remaining, so we'll go to r. If r not equal 0 again, so this number I think is not, these numbers will not go out of this loop, isn't it? Anyone can help? So this case, maybe we select this one is 15, this is 5. M divided by n, yeah, okay, not equal 0, then I will swap, then it will be okay. So if we use these values 5 or 15, so it will go against S5 and then go to S7 and S8. You can see here in these two test cases how many statements have been covered. Here all statements have been covered except statement 6. So statement 6 will be covered here. So statement 6 will be covered here, and all statements will be covered here. So here I will have two test cases that cover 100% of the statements coverage. Okay, so this how can we create a test cases. This is one path, it covered by the first test cases. Okay, so now we remove all this here. We have another things called branch coverage or decision coverage. Or decision, as I mentioned in the previous control flow graph, it is if you have one node that have two decisions, two outputs, like if condition, while loops, if for. Okay, so here 100% coverage of the statement is in a practice not always reachable. So for statement coverage, sometimes we cannot cover everything. We cannot cover all the statements. Because sometimes if you have a loop, like some repeated loops, if you have something, sometimes you have some nodes which is did code. So how can we cover by statement coverage? It will show that if you don't cover statement 100% statement coverage, you have to check whether you have your codes maybe have a problem that cannot reach some lines.